acuerdo perfectamente de ese primer día porque en la noche hizo un frío extremo. Creo que llegó a menos 40 ese día. Y en la mañana cuando salimos a armar las bicicletas, el frío era impresionante. Solamente salir a armar las bicicletas ya fue un reto para calentar las manos después de haber montado los pañuelos. Y luego cuando me monté por primera vez en una bicicleta con pañíes, cosa que yo nunca en mi vida había hecho, yo dije, ¡ay, papá!
Siberia was also a place that I wanted to come back to, particularly in the winter and under winter conditions. Not only to sort of experience what winter in Siberia is like, but also sort of what daily life is like in the winter in Siberia.
He podido experimentar en estos sitios un contacto más fuerte con la naturaleza, ¿no? Con las adversidades, con el clima, contigo mismo, con la soledad, con tus compañeros. Por otro lado, siempre tenía la idea de poder venir y hacer una travesía invernal en Baikal, pero por supuesto jamás en bicicleta.
Baikal como tal, mejor las imágenes, las experiencias, pero creo que lo que me dejó más fue la cultura y la gente de sus alrededores.
So there's many personal goals in that, and then I wanted a unique adventure. I wanted to kind of put a good group of guys together and do a really unique trip and challenge ourselves and do something that we'll remember. My ideal adventure in a way, because it combines so many elements of who I am as a person. So the bikes, one of the main goals with the bikes was just to keep them simple. And the fact that we're riding on flat almost the whole time means that we can go without gears, pretty much. We call it a two-speed, single-speed setup. The tires, of course, are a special tire. They have these spiked 294 high-tensile steel spikes in them. They're just like car tires. But this should enable us to get good traction on the ice, because the ice of Baikal it's blue, flat, rock-hard ice. This is really hard ice. Got a great stay here. We're all prepared, ready to go. We're about to set off on our trip. We're going to take a look at a map here and kind of outline where we're going, what we're going to do. Here we are here in Irkutsk. This is the main city. And once we hit the lake, we'll begin our circumnavigation in a counterclockwise direction, speeding along the shore here and hopefully down, hopefully on some smooth ice if we're lucky.
This is the Angara River. So I don't know, when I lived here there wasn't near that much snow. But we're gonna keep our fingers crossed and hope for the best.
This is pretty fucking wild indeed.
It'll be nice to hit the road today and get a little bit of some momentum and easy travel going to at least start our trip with. So I feel we're going to be in for a lot more pushing.
The river had a lot more snow on it than we anticipated, so it turned out to be probably an incorrect decision to try and take the river. I think we just should have taken the road from Irkutsk, ride the road to Lesbianka. So that's kind of what we're trying to do now. We're trying to correct our error here. We're 2 days behind at this point, so we're going to try and get back on schedule.
Baikal. Yeah. Baikal. Let's make a shot here. Yeah.
Llegamos a Baikal. Decidimos quedarnos en este pueblo, Lesbianka, que está al borde en las ribieras del lago Baikal. Hacer unas compras, prepararnos bien y mañana
Y las condiciones de hielo que encontramos hacia donde vamos ahora son similares a las que vemos aquí en la orilla. Vamos a tener un buen avance en los próximos días, que es algo que sería bien importante.
Well, one, it's beautiful. Beautiful. It was also kind of a relief too to finally see the lake. At least the part of the lake that we can see looks really good. conditions look ideal from where we can see. Of course, a quarter mile out, that can change.
I think being here now and seeing the lake has kind of gotten our morale back up, and hope is back in the blood. So we're looking at it with renewed enthusiasm. So keep our fingers crossed, hope for good conditions.
Here's the Svianka. We're currently at this point here.
Areas where you have this nice ice with the snow on top, it's really good riding. It's not as fast as when the ice was just bare, but it's still nice, feels good, it's a little more, you get a little more traction. But then we have these areas of snow buildup. They look fine, but when you actually try and ride your bike on them, sometimes it's really slippery and the handlebars just keep going, you know, any which way. I just actually fell right there, so.
Mucha nieve acumulada y bueno, siempre este tipo de incógnita es la que mantiene suspenso la expedición, ¿no? Hasta dónde seguir por la carretera o adentrarnos en esta nieve, que sería de repente una opción bastante incierta, ¿no? Entonces, bueno, yo creo que la opción ahora que estamos barajeando es seguir por la carretera, que no es la opción más cómoda, pero en este momento creo que es la opción más segura, ¿no? De poder seguir con el plan de hacer la circunnavegación del lago Baikal.
We just rolled into Grimyanchiks. Here we are at the point where this road that has gone inward rejoins the lake.
Aproximadamente 300 kilómetros estuvimos en la M55 desde el sur, la punta sur del lago, y bueno, hoy las condiciones, a pesar de que está despejado y está soleado, fueron bastante brutales. El viento y el frío esta mañana estuvo aproximadamente unos menos 17 grados centígrados.
Well, here we are. We just left the road. We're back on Lake Baikal. You can see behind me the frozen lake. The ice looks really good, the snow. We're going to continue on the ice here to Ust-Barguzin, which will be our last town before we head into the wilds to the north and up to Siberia Baikals. Morale is high. We're psyched to be back on the lake.
We got to go to where the ridge comes down and flattens out. That's where it looks on the map, like you were saying, where the town is, which is kind of straight ahead. We'll probably see cars. Maybe we'll pick up the auto track, and that'll take us right in. standing just outside of the beautiful village of Davshah. We traveled to Davshah about over the past 5 days. It was about 120 kilometers from Ust-Bargazin. Pretty difficult 5 days. We got off route and we had a lot of deep snow, which left us pushing the bikes. Now we are again leaving Davshah, heading north to Severodvaikalsk. We expect to do that over the next 3 days, cover approximately 200 kilometers. It's a big milestone, hitting the northernmost tip of the lake at Severodvaikalsk, so we're feeling pretty good.
One of the primary challenges we've run into on this trip has been the snow. There's been a lot more snow than we've expected pretty much everywhere. At times it's hard enough and there's enough ice we can ride on it, but for the most part we've had to stick to the road. We've had to stick to the automobile track. And unfortunately at this point, the automobile track that parallels the eastern shore is starting to verge west to hit the main city on the west side, Severodvaikalsk. So we're having to leave the eastern shoreline and head over to the west. We're gonna have to cut that off just because if we went up there, we'd have to push our bikes. It'd probably take us 3 or 4 days to get there, 3 or 4 days to get back. It'd be a big chunk of time that we don't have. So we're gonna have to stick to the automobile road just to make sure that we're able to ride our bikes and complete this thing on time.
So we're standing just outside the village of Baikalskoye. We've come here after 2 days from the village of Davshah. We're hoping, and I think there's a pretty good shot at this, of being 1 day away from Severodvaikalsk. Severodvaikalsk is the northernmost part of the lake for us, at least. Big milestone. Should hit that tomorrow. Have an opportunity to take a rest before we turn around and start making our way south to complete the circumnavigation. Ice conditions here are simply beautiful. This is the kind of ice we dreamt about. It's beautiful, fast rolling. It's kind of a nice way to be finishing up the northern leg of the lake. Keep our fingers crossed, hope for more of this on the way back down. Was just talking to was saying that the northernmost point of the lake is actually right here within sight where that big tower is. There's looks like a little spit with some trees and bushes on it. So we're gonna make our way out there and ride it as far as we can and walk the rest of the way out. Yeah.
Great moment. You know, we're at the northernmost point of the lake. The city here, the small town, we still have plenty of challenges to face along the western shoreline on the way back, but when you actually get out there, you have to face the conditions and figure out what route is best.
Este es un punto bastante simbólico para nosotros porque marca como un cambio psicológico en lo que hemos estado sintiendo. Llegar a este punto norte, pues, retomo esa noción de la distancia y pienso, a partir de aquí, lo que nos toca es volver a casa.
Back on the lake, make our way southward. Fingers crossed for good ice along the western shore.
Только проснулись, да? Только проснулись и поехали сразу, да? Отводи-ка. О, тихо, 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 тихо.
A lo largo de este recorrido por la costa oeste, en nuestro regreso hacia Lisbianca, hemos conseguido comunidades de pescadores y gente que nos ha tendido su mano de manera muy amable. Hemos recibido, comida y casa, circunstancias que son muy adversas porque hemos tenido tormenta a lo largo de todos estos días. Y esto nos ha facilitado un poco las cosas.
Probably stripped out, isn't it? Want to try it? You want to use to drill, but to turn his upside down, be the easiest thing to do. Break it. There's a guide.
En Severo Baikal recibimos un email de un español que nos advirtió que iba a venir una tormenta muy grande y nosotros de algún modo subestimamos lo que nos había dicho el español. Todos los días hemos tenido tormenta desde que estamos bajando desde el norte y el regreso se nos ha convertido en una pesadilla y ha sido mucho más difícil de lo que esperábamos.
Cracks, I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking maybe it's either water, the force of the water creating kind of tension underneath, and they just kind of like push the ice and cracks. Either separates or forms these walls. So yeah, I don't know. We're just guessing, but it looks cool. kind of think that as we get closer to Okono Island and on the island, we'll probably see a lot more people out on ATVs and cars. What do you guys think? Should we follow the auto route and just kind of go where that goes and for a little while and then move off of it? Or do we want to take kind of a course? So we go across the bay to hit the island and then head southwest along the edge of the island until we see the town. That's what you would prefer to do? That's a safer bet too. Yeah.
Signifies a major milestone for our team and our trip. We've reached Alhone Island. Crossing the bay here was a little bit of a struggle because we encountered a lot of new deep snow and some broken ice, but got through it and pushed through, and now we're here. And boy, I think everyone's feeling good.
Este es el centro religioso del Lago Baikal y quiero empaparme un poco de la cultura de esta isla, que seguramente va a ser súper interesante la experiencia.
Siente como la alegría de que ya vamos rumbo a home.
Yeah, it's great. It's great to be on the island.